This video is brought to you by Audible. Learn something new and get started on your next big adventure by signing up at audible.com/Brizzy or text Brizzy to 500-500. What up world, it's me Brizzy, and my newest, hugest, most all-encompassing obsession this year, second only to my puppy Remus, has been Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, that mysterious fantasy game where nerds gather around a table and just talk and roll dice and play pretend? Yeah, that basically sums it up, yes. But at the same time, it is so much more. Since I first fell into the world of D&D this February, I have been dying to make a video on it, but I wasn't sure how. But today, now that I have played in several different campaigns as several different characters, I thought I would take this opportunity to introduce you to them. And maybe it'll give you some inspiration as to how to go about creating your own characters. This is inspired by a book on Audible that I just listened to that is a great, quick and easy introduction to the world of Dungeons & Dragons and how to get started. It is appropriately titled How to Play Dungeons & Dragons by How Expert Press. Are you ready to meet my characters? I think I have played 6 different multi-session characters and 2 one-shot characters. That means that most of these were played over several or many different days over one long continuous story arc, and 2 of them were just like one and done. One shot, like a little short story, never to be seen again. I'll introduce you to just one of those characters because she's fun. 4 of these are still ongoing, and one of them is an official Wizards of the Coast Dungeons & Dragons livestream. So if you want to watch me play D&D, I'll have a link to all of the Dark and Dicey episodes and info on that stream down in the description. It also goes live on Twitch on Monday, so you can check it out. Okay, let's see. Who was my very first Dungeons & Dragons character? It was me, Achille Tuono. I am a human fighter, which is probably the most basic race and class combination you can make, so pretty perfect for a first character. Magic can get pretty confusing, so if it's your first time playing, it's not a bad idea to pick a fighter or something. And it's just as fun. So yeah, I'm Achille, I'm 18, and I'm just from a small town that when I was a baby was destroyed by a volcano, and now it's all overrun by a dragon. So my dream is to go back to my hometown and bring it back to its former glory and defeat the dragon. So I'm lawful good, again probably the most basic to roleplay. I do good and I follow the rules, and I want to be a hero. I played through like 4 levels of The Lost Mind of Phandelver, which comes in the starter set, so it's pretty convenient for first time players. Why do I have this accent? I don't know. It seemed fun, and playing a boy just seemed exciting and like a fun introduction to playing the game. My best stat was dexterity at 16, and my worst was charisma at 9. I think I just come off as a little over-enthusiastic sometimes. I don't know. People made fun of my accent too, but whatever, man. I'm just passionate. I don't want to save the day. Cool. Okay, so that was Achille. He was my first ever D&D character. His stats and background and ability scores and all of that was pre-made as part of the starter kit, but I filled in like his personality and his name and all that jazz. Next up is a character that I made for the live show Dark and Dicey, which was made to be a bit of a villain or anti-hero campaign, so none of the player characters have a good moral alignment. So my not good character is
Trixa Teardu. Hi, I'm Trixa, and I'm wearing an alligator costume because I got one once from the circus, so I just figured I'd wear that today. I am a Lightfoot Halfling Barbarian. I'm on the path of the Totem Warrior, but my totem spirit, instead of being a wolf or a bear, is a very evil shadow demon named Azaz. I was first possessed when I was 7 years old, and the demon made me kill my father, but he was pretty terrible anyway. But then my mother ran away from me because she was scared of me, so I've lived as an orphan ever since. I'm 17, but I have chubby cheeks and big eyeballs, so people tend to think that I'm just a small human girl rather than like an almost fully grown halfling. So I decided to just use that, because then people underestimate me or they feel sorry for me and they give me stuff, and it works. I used to really hate Azaz and the things that he made me do, but his powers have actually been pretty helpful lately, so I think we're starting to get along. I love animals, and I have a soft spot for kids that are, kind of like me, but I don't really care about anyone else. My hobbies include talking to animals, murder, and starting zombie apocalypses. My moral alignment is neutral evil, but a lot of people don't know if that's referring to me or the evil demon inside me. So, I don't know. I guess I'll leave that up to you to decide. I'm currently level 6, and my best abilities are Constitution and Strength at 14, and my worst are Wisdom and Intelligence at 10. Yeah, my ability scores are very boring. But I'm not boring, and my friends aren't boring. So if you want to see all the shenanigans that me and my friends get up to, be sure to tune in to Dark and Dicey. The links are in the description.
Now, the third character I made for home game was Jennoa Krystal, half-elf rogue. Bit of a charlatan. I'm pretty sure my elven stepdad had my elven mother killed, so I ran away from home. I used flattery and deception to make my way through life, and so far it's worked out pretty well. I got to level 7 playing through Horde of the Dragon Queen, but I rolled absolutely rubbish every time I leveled up, so I only had 23 hit points. So I had a little nasty habit of losing consciousness frequently. But a magical silver bell left to me by my human father helped me keep a handle on that. My best score was dexterity at 18, and my worst scores were strength and constitution at 11. But my acrobatics and stealth are plus 10, my persuasion and deception is plus 9, and my sleight of hand is plus 7. Yeah, I love being a rogue. And my moral alignment was, of course, chaotic neutral. I do what I want. Next up is a character that I've only played twice because of busy player schedules. It's been hard to get all of us together, but we're definitely coming back to it. I'm not done playing with her, and that is...
Hello, my name is Zyldi Lochila, but you can call me Zyldi. I am a forest gnome druid. My family and entire village was decimated by terrible men, hunters, I don't know. But since then, I have been trying to track down my family who was taken from me. I have traveled all across the continent. I've traveled far and wide. I've been all over. And I'm very, very far from home. And I'm very scared. But I am very determined. And I have my woodpecker friend Nigel with me. He helps me feel not alone. Because I don't trust people very well. I don't trust them. They come and they tell you nice things, but then they ruin everything and they hurt people. But I want to do good. I want to help. I am level 3 right now, and I am the Circle of Dreams, and I enjoy healing people and even more so healing animals and plants. I am chaotic good, and my best score is Wisdom with 19, and my worst score is Strength with 10. I am very small.
Next up is my one-shot character.
Liz, also known as Liz. I am a lizard folk death domain cleric. Chaotic neutral? I don't know. I never really decided. I don't have much of a story. I just love dead things and wielding necromantic power. And I found a god who could help make that happen. I've only played one level, but my best scores were Wisdom and Constitution at 16. And my worst was Dexterity at 8.
Now, one of my favorite characters to roleplay has been this character that I created for a home game that was meant to be like an October Halloween special campaign, but turns out we're just gonna keep going with it, and it's kind of, I think, developing into more of a winter holiday thing. But the character I came up with for this super spooky, scary, dark Halloween campaign is Lua K. D. Ryan. Hi. I'm a dancer, but I'm also like a super kick-butt monk because I'm a Mark of Passage human. So like, I'm from House Orion, which means I have super cool like transportation powers, which my family has used to turn into like a super boring transportation business, like ugh. But I was trained pretty well to defend myself for it with like martial arts, because you know, like the roads can be dangerous or whatever. So I've really just been spending the last couple years like out on my own without my family, just like finding myself, you know, and trying to like become more well known as a dancer and finding like a super cute rich husband. But really really, like, what better way to do that than to become famous, right? So that's what I'm up to. But like along the way, I got caught up in like dying to like a super rude lich and getting caught in some spooky alternate dimension. But like, I think we're out now. I don't know. Now I'm looking to just like chill out and like find a nice city where I can really make my mark, you know? I'm level 4 right now. I'm neutral good because I just want everyone to like have a good time, you know? My best ability score is dexterity because duh, I'm a dancer. It's 20. Yeah, I know, right? And my worst score is intelligence at 9 because like who needs books when you have yoga and education of the soul, you know? But also my regular walking speed is 50 feet because I'm amazing. And also I have shared passage, which means I can teleport 50 feet and bring someone along with me. It's pretty cool. So I'm just saying, if you're cute and you're single, hit me up with a sending message. And my last character is someone brand new who I haven't played with yet. We're playing the first game with him next week, and I don't really have a lot nailed down with him yet. I don't have his ability scores done. I don't fully have his background fleshed out, but I'll introduce you to him anyways. Here we go.
Greetings, my name is Alben Ronziver Sivis. I am a mark of scribing gnome wizard. This means that I am of House Sivis, a house with excellent communication skills, so a lot of us are, scribes and notaries and messengers, translators, mediators, stuff like that. Personally, I think that is all great. I love my house and I love what we do, but my personal passion is gathering information. And I am happy to work with my house to share that information with others. My particular interest is the arcane, so I study magic quite a bit. But I'm still pretty new at it. I'm still just level 1, but I am setting out on a mission away from my house, my family, to learn all that I can and start some adventures. I have not yet rolled my abilities, but I am optimistic that I will have a powerful brain, some good intelligence, but I am not so helpful about my expectations in the strength area. Like Zyldi, I am a gnome, so I am very small. And I do magic. I don't need to lift or hit things, and if I do need to lift or hit things, I'll just do it with magic. Anywho, yeah, that is me, and it is very nice to make your acquaintance.
So yeah, those are my characters so far. I haven't personally dungeon mastered yet, but I think I'm going to soon. I'm going to DM my first game probably sometime in the next couple months because I've been reading Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which just came out, and I'm pretty excited about it, but just like real nervous. If you've never played D&D and half of the words I said in this video sounded like dwarvish to you, I am very sorry. I hope you at least got an idea of what fun Dungeons and Dragons can be and what fun it can be to come up with different characters. If you want another fun peek into the world of Dungeons and Dragons and what everything means, I highly recommend listening to How to Play Dungeons and Dragons by How Expert Press on Audible. And right now, for a limited time, you can get 3 months of Audible for just $6.95 a month. That is more than half off the regular price. Just go to audible.com/Brizzy or text Brizzy to 500-500. I have personally been using Audible to listen to audiobooks for years, but now they even have this new thing called Audible Originals, which are exclusive audio titles from celebrated storytellers from such diverse worlds as theater and journalism and literature and more. I multitask on Audible almost on the daily, whether I'm doing my makeup, I'm driving, I'm working out, I'm cleaning, I'm walking my dog. I mean, it's really been the only way for me to have the time to get through books these days, and it's a lifesaver. And there's nothing to lose. There's a great listen guarantee where if you don't like the audiobook that you got, you can just swap it, no questions asked. But yeah, I totally recommend How to Play Dungeons and Dragons just to dip your toe into the world a little more and see what it's all about and why people love it so much. Then later you can start looking into more in-depth rule books and getting friends together to play and listening to D&D live streams like Critical Role or Dark and Dicey. And suddenly you'll find that your life has just become 200% more fantastical and magical and wonderful and just creative and fun and full of friends and laughs, and everything is beautiful. That's what I feel like this year has been like for me. Just so my magic levels just went and it is it's been a really good year, and largely thanks to D&D. So don't forget to get 3 months of Audible for just $6.95 a month by going to audible.com/Brizzy or texting Brizzy to 500-500. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you made it this far, you might as well. And I'll see you next week with a brand new video.